If you got a job but still feel like money keeps slipping through your fingers, it's not because you're bad with money, it's because there are money skills most workers are never taught, and missing even one of them quietly keeps people stuck. In this video, I'll break down the 5 skills and show you how to use your paycheck properly for once. And yes, we're going to find out exactly where your money vanishes because right now it's slipping away like your motivation on a rainy day. Let me introduce the wealth gap mystery. Meet Jenny. She earns £50,000 a year but still checks her bank balance before ordering dessert. Meet Mike. Same salary, same company, probably the same office coffee that tastes like mud. 5 years later, Mike's net worth is 5 figures higher. And no, he's not a crypto wizard, he didn't marry into money, and he didn't use the law of attraction to manifest abundance. He just stopped treating payday like a monthly festival. Here's what usually happens. Jenny gets a pay rise, and life instantly adjusts the price tag. Rent goes up, bills go up, food costs creep up. Your rise starts feeling like someone handed you £20 and then immediately invoiced you £19.50. Then comes lifestyle inflation, the financial equivalent of quicksand. New job title, nicer flat, nicer clothes, and I deserve this purchases. It's like being on a hamster wheel. And this is the trap. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep and grow. The difference between Jenny and Mike is not their salary, it's their system. Because willpower is unreliable. Your willpower is like your phone battery. Looks strong in the morning and mysteriously dead by 3 p.m. In the UK, you've got the state pension, you've got workplace pensions, which you are auto-enrolled to, and whatever you build on top. But many people are still worried about retirement affordability and outcomes long term. So your plan can't be, I'll just earn more later. You need a system now. Before I reveal the 5 skills, if you want UK personal finance tips without the boring bits, hit subscribe and like. I post tips and tactics that you can actually use and not motivational quotes. Skill number 1, the 4 buckets account system. If you try to budget with bad maths, the universe will punish you in some ways, such as making your boiler break. Here's the system. Bucket A, the essentials, typically 60 to 75% of your salary. This includes rent or mortgage, council tax, bills, food, transport. This is the keep life running bucket. Bucket B, the future wealth, which is 5 to 15% of your salary. This is investing, ideally through a stocks and shares ISA or a pension/SIPP if it fits your situation. We'll talk about funds in a minute. And there's bucket C, which is skills and earning power, which is typically 1 to 5% of your salary. And yes, even 1% counts. This includes courses, qualifications, books, and tools that make you more valuable. This is how you increase income without relying on good vibes. Bucket D, this is your emergency fund. This is your life happens money. The magic is automation. Salary hits, standing orders move money into the buckets, and then you live on what's left. Set it up once and it runs while you forget, just like your gym membership. So, for example, with your take-home pay of £3,500 per month, for your essentials, you spend £2,450, which is 70% of your salary. For future wealth and skills, you spend £350, which is 10%. And for your emergency fund or /savings, it is £700, which is 20% of your salary. Now, is 20% always realistic? No. Some months it's 5%, some months it's 0%. But the point is, stop leaving savings to the end of the month, because the end of the month is where money goes to die. For your emergency fund, aim for 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Only once that's solid do you start going heavier on investing. Because nothing ruins investing like having to sell in a panic because your car decided to develop emotional problems. Skill number 2, the coffee cup investment strategy. Right, the coffee lecture. If you spend £4 a day, that's around £120 per month. If you invested £120 per month for 20 years and the market returns about 10% a year on average, you would end up around £90,000. Let that sink in. Your coffee consumption is costing you £90,000 in the future. That's not coffee is evil. That just tells you that small spending becomes large when you repeat it for decades. And yes, the long-run average return for the S&P 500 is often quoted around 10% per year before inflation. Next, index funds. Index funds are basically, I don't want to guess winners, I want to own the market. So instead of trying to pick stocks like it's the Grand National, you buy a broad basket and let capitalism do its weird thing over time. The S&P 500 fund is for the US. For many UK investors, a global index fund is a more balanced default because it spreads risk across countries and currencies. You can still include the US because it's a big chunk of global markets anyway. So here's the £500 per month numbers with the same 10% per year assumption. If you invest £500 per month, it will become £100,000 after 10 years. After 20 years, it is £380,000. And after 30 years, you will get £1.1 million. But remember, real life returns vary. Your job is consistency and not fortune telling. Here's some practical action steps. Use a stocks and shares ISA, which is a tax shelter, and automate your monthly contributions. Start small, such as £50 per month. It is always better than having nothing per month. Skill number 3, the promotion hack nobody talks about. This one is not about hustling 24/7. It's about being strategic, getting promoted in your company. Here are the steps. Step number 1, assess your company. If promotions are a myth and career progression means a different email signature, leave. Life's too short to be paid in team spirit and the occasional pizza. Step 2, if it's a good place to work on your promotion daily. Here's the promotion formula. Be likable plus be competent equals getting promoted. Be likable. This involves helping people without bragging about it, keeping promises with your managers and colleagues, don't gossip in the office, be a trustworthy person, and please don't microwave salmon in the kitchen. If you do that, you deserve to get sacked. The next part of the formula, be competent. This involves solving problems that no one wants to touch, bringing in options and not complaints, and document your wins quietly and professionally. And here's the key. A higher salary helps only if your system, i.e. the 4 buckets, is already working. Also, job switching can increase pay significantly in some fields, but it varies a lot by industry and market conditions. So, a 20 to 30% is a possible outcome and not a guarantee. Skill number 4, the spending leak audit. Here's some breaking news. You are probably bleeding money. Not dramatically, quietly, just like a slow puncture. Those $19.99 subscriptions, they're like financial vampires. Streaming apps, delivery, memberships, and random premium plans that you signed up for at 1 a.m. when you were emotionally fragile. Here's the audit. Pull 3 months of bank statements and sort your spending into number 1, need, which involves survival and your obligations. Number 2, nice to have, what you want to choose to have. Number 3, nonsense. You don't even remember buying it. Cancel the nonsense. Reduce the nice and protect the need. You usually find forgotten subscriptions, bank fees, tiny impulse buys that all add up. It's common for the stuff to hit 4 figures per year without you noticing. And once you reclaim that money, you don't need a miracle. You need a direct debit. Treat your money like a car. If you never check it, don't act surprised when smoke starts coming out of the bonnet. Skill number 5. Build your personal board of advisors. The fastest way to grow financially is to stop trying to do it alone with vibes and half-remembered TikToks. Create a personal board of advisors. Find and be friends with people who are knowledgeable in pricing, career moves, and negotiation. Also, get to know people who know more about tax basics, pensions, ISAs, avoiding mistakes, and so on. Treat them as your board of advisors. You need this because your brain has blind spots, huge ones, and other people can see them immediately. If you don't know successful people, see if there are local business groups in your area, and check out your LinkedIn and check out any industry associations around your area. Good mentors don't just give advice, they help you avoid mistakes that cost years. Think of them like a GPS. They can help you reach your destination much quicker than by yourself. So here's a quick recap of the 5 skills. 1. The 4-bucket account system. You need to automate this. 2. Invest consistently, even if it's your coffee money. 3. Increase earning power. Get a promotion or strategically move to another company. 4. Plug your spending leaks. This means auditing your statements. And 5. Build your support system. Get mentors and beat the guesswork. The timeline doesn't matter. Starting does. So in 10 years, are you Jenny, still stressed and still guessing, or are you Mike, building wealth quietly while everyone else complains about the economy? Here's what to do next. Pick one skill and start this week. Comment below which one you're choosing and what your first step is. I'll hold you to it. Now, go and set up your direct debits. If this video helped you think differently about money, do me a quick favor, hit like and subscribe. It tells YouTube that this channel is worth showing to more people who actually need it. And don't stop here. Watch this next video, why being cheap is making you poor. Because cutting costs isn't the same as building wealth, and most people get that completely wrong. I'll explain it in the video. I'll see you there.